And at this time, if you aren't already, try to get as comfortable as you can in whatever surface you're sitting on. And at this time, just allow yourself to be aware of your breath. Don't try to change it. Don't try to do anything with it other, just observe. Allow yourself to be present for yourself, noticing where the inhalations are coming in. Are they coming into your throat and your upper chest only? Are they high and tight and fast? And notice your exhalations. Are they complete? Are the exhalations deep in your lungs or your belly? Are they relaxing? And now, from the state of being observer, let's start to bring forward our intention to use our breath to relax deeper, to allow ourselves to release anything and everything that no longer serves us. So allow your inhalations at this time to go deeper down into your body, down into your belly. And allow your exhalations to be a little bit longer than your inhalations. And now with your next exhalation, follow your awareness down further into your body, down into your hips and your legs, down into your feet. You may also bring this awareness down into the base of your spine. And imagine that your energy is connecting with Mother Earth through the floorboards of the building that you're in, down through the foundation, and then finally reaching the soft, cool soil layers of Mother Earth below. Imagine this extension of your energy, your energetic roots, sinking deeper into the layers of Mother Earth, connecting, strengthening, expanding. And as you allow yourself to become more grounded and centered, take a moment at this time to scan your body from head to toe. And just notice if there's any remaining areas of tension or holding. Breathe into this area and then allow your exhalations to release whatever you're holding, whether you're aware of it or not, down into Mother Earth. A couple more times of this scan. It could be a holding physically or emotionally or mentally. Just allow yourself for the next 50 minutes to let it go. And as you allow your body, your mind, your heart, your emotions to release whatever no longer serves you, and you feel more centered and grounded, allow yourself to feel your own heart center. bringing your awareness to your heart center. Breathe in the light into your heart center. And in your own words, or in what I'm about to share, allow yourself to set the intention. Just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not judge. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not make assumptions. Just for today, I will do my best. Just for today, I will not take anything personally. Just for today, I will be impeccable with my word. Just for today, I will come from a grounded, centered, and heart-centered place in all that I do and think. At this time, I invite you to bring your awareness up to your crown center, your crown chakra. And just like you breathed into your heart center, breathe into your crown chakra, your crown center. Feel it open and expand, being ready to receive unconditional love. And just like we allowed our energy to reach down into Mother Earth for support, for strength, for centering and grounding, allow your energy to reach up past your crown center, your crown chakra. Reach up through the roof of the building that you're in. Reach up through the cloud layers. Reach up and out through the layers of Mother Earth's auric fields. Reach your energy up and out through the galaxy and connect with whatever divine source, image of divine source that you hold for yourself. Allow your energy to connect with this source at this time. Set your intention to anchor your energy, your awareness, your heart-centered self with this divine source. Breathe in and take in all that this divine source has to offer, willingly and abundantly, unconditionally. Allow yourself to receive fully all that this divine source has to offer you, whether you're aware of it or not. And with your inhalations, breathe this in back down to your physical body. Back down through the galaxy, back down through the layers of Mother Earth's auric fields. Finding your crown center, your crown chakra, and your heart center all at once. Feel this divine presence, this divine love, filling your body, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, from head to toe. And now that we're in this centered, grounded, yet expanded space, once again, focus on your heart center. I invite you at this time to feel, sense, imagine the vibration of gratitude. At this time, don't try to attach any words or phrases or meaning to it. Just feel the vibration and the energy of gratitude. If you feel you need something to bring into your awareness to help you feel this sensation, ask quietly to yourself, your higher self, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? And then as you can, allow this energy, this feeling, this deep sense of gratitude to fill you from your heart center, radiating out to all parts of your being, allowing this energy to fill you fully, I invite you at this time to notice if there are any parts of yourself, mentally, emotionally, or physically, that seem to be resisting this expanded state, this expanded feeling, vibration of gratitude. Lovingly scan your body, yourself, your whole being, and notice if there's any resistance to receiving this vibration of gratitude, to recognizing it or to feel it. And if so, breathe gently, lovingly into this area. Fill it with light. And then as you can, unconditionally let it go. You may feel your exhalation, releasing it from your body, from your being, releasing it back to divine or to Mother Earth. Take a moment to scan once again to see if there's any other area, physically, emotionally, or mentally, that is resisting the vibration of love and gratitude. And if so, once again, breathe the light of the divine into this area. And with your exhalation, let it go. And when you're ready, ask yourself again, what am I grateful for? Breathe in this awareness, feel its vibration. Hold yourself in this awareness of gratitude. Once again, start to notice if any resistance or holding creeps in physically, mentally, emotionally. The voice of, yeah, but, or what if, or I shouldn't. Allow yourself to breathe into this resistance. Breathe it in. Breathe in the light. Allow the light to hold and surround this resistance. And then when you're ready, allow yourself to let it go, just for now. Once again, ask yourself, what am I grateful for? Again, allow yourself to feel the vibration of this gratitude. This time, notice where you sense it most in your body or in your energetic field. It may be in your heart center or in your third eye. It could be in your lower root chakras. Allow yourself to feel it fully, the energy of this gratitude. Once more, check in to see if there's any resistance to holding this gratitude, to embracing it, to resonating with its energy. This resistance may be identified by words or a physical tightness. Allow yourself once again to breathe in the light and love into this area, surrounding it, and then letting it go. And now at this time, I invite you to shift your awareness to the energy of receiving gratitude from others. This may come in the form of a memory or a recent event, or simply an awareness of someone else's appreciation for you. Imagine, sense, or visualize their gratitude toward you. And if you can't think of a specific example, just imagine what it feels like for gratitude to be received by you from another. And I invite you at this time to become aware of how you are receiving this gratitude. Breathe it in to your heart center. Take it in and allow it to be received. Allow yourself to receive it fully, unconditionally. Allow this gratitude that you receive from another or other group of people, from a group of people, allow it to fill your entire body from head to toe. This vibration of gratitude received. And now once again, scan your body from head to toe and notice if there's any resistance, any holding, any tightness, physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically, that prevents you from fully receiving gratitude. Allow this area to be surrounded by unconditional love and light. Breathe in to soften, to release this area of holding and resistance. And just for today, let it go. Once again, I invite you to think of a person or a situation where you've received gratitude, or that you know someone is grateful for your acts, for your being, for your relationship with them, whatever the context. Once again, think of a situation or a person who's grateful for you. Feel that gratitude come toward you and imagine your heart center opening up and fully and unconditionally receiving that gratitude, allowing it to fill you from head to toe. Continue practicing receiving and holding this energy of gratitude in your heart and throughout your entire being. And as you practice this gratitude receiving, allow yourself to be aware of any areas, any tension or holding, any resistance of any kind, the helper in you resisting receiving, the giver in you resisting allowing someone to give to you. And scan your body, your being, from head to toe, noticing where this resistance is being held. And allow your inhalation to breathe in the light and the unconditional love that the divine holds for you, and fill this area with this light. Fill this resistance with unconditional love. And when you're ready, allow yourself to release this resistance just for today. Now I invite you to allow yourself to return to that feeling of receiving gratitude from another. Take it into your heart center. Allow it to radiate out to all aspects of your being. Allow yourself to hold this gratitude energy that you've received or that you do receive. And remember this vibration of feeling the gratitude from another. Once again, allow yourself to be aware of any resistance or holding that does not allow you to fully feel the gratitude that is received by another. Fill it with light and unconditional love, and allow yourself to let it go. Now I invite you to take this time to feel your overall sense of being. Recognize if you feel lighter, more open and spacious. And if there's anything that prevents this feeling, allow that light to surround it and release it. Once again, feel your groundedness and centeredness, connection with Mother Earth. And the simultaneous sense and connection with your divine source. universal life force, unconditional love. Feel your expandedness in all that you are. And at this time, I ask you to recall once again the feeling of gratitude that you feel toward another or toward a situation. And notice the difference in the energy of what it feels like to feel gratitude towards someone and the receiving of gratitude from someone. Notice if both of these energies, gratitude for something or gratitude from something, comes through your heart center. Does it come through another chakra? And allow the vibration of gratitude overall to fill you from head to toe. And notice now that we've received, now that we've given gratitude and we've released all of our resistance or whatever we're aware of at this moment, feel the expandedness of your vibration and your energy after feeling gratitude in its entirety. And as you practice the ebb and flow of gratitude to and from another, and practice the feeling of holding and resistance and allowing that to be released. Remember the unconditional love that holds it all. Now I invite you to use your inhalations to breathe in your awareness. Awareness of all that you are. Awareness of your ability to receive and to give and to release whenever you need to. Allow yourself to start to become aware of your surroundings. Maybe identify a couple of noises in your environment, bringing your awareness and your attention back to the current time, space, reality. Being aware of sensations. Allow yourself to wiggle your fingers or your toes and bring your awareness fully back to the present. When you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes and be ready to share if you choose.
Thank you, Char. That was wonderful. I'm really grateful for you today. I needed that quite a bit. And I was really surprised by the prompt, ask where, if you're not feeling the gratitude in your heart, what other chakra you may be feeling it in, or the resistance. So that was, for me, surprising. I felt it in this sacral today. So I was able to do some clearing. So thank you.
Thanks. And thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share anything that came up for them?
Morning, Char.
Morning.
Yes, I feel very definitely way different than before when I sat here previous to for this session. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I feel very grounded right now. Been needing that for a while. My vibration is I will be doing a session this afternoon. I feel more ready for it for sure. And so I really have a lot of gratitude towards you doing this today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it.
Thank you for reminding us, myself, first person, for gratitude, though I practice a daily gratitude journal. I still thank you, and I still know I need some work. Every time you get to one level, then there's something else that's discovered. And to your original comment, learning how to receive, there was another way I've heard it is don't block your blessings. It's better to give than to receive, but for it to work, we have to learn how to receive. And so just thank you for being here today.
Thank you for sharing. Appreciate you all receiving what I have to say.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's a challenge because I'm going to speak for myself, but also for all of us as healers. I think, and Charlene, you mentioned you have a session this afternoon, and just noticing where else it's experienced in our body. It's hard to receive. We're used to being the givers and the healers and the doers and the fixers sometimes. So
Well,
I mean,
spiritual beings having, go ahead.
no, I'm saying, yeah, I feel resistance even now. It's hard for me to hear it, so I'm actively trying to let go my resistance to hearing everybody's gratitude for it. So thank you for that lesson too.
We're spiritual beings, we're humans having a spiritual experience, spiritual beings having a human experience. With that comes challenges, or however you like to categorize it, that's something that's not always positive. And so we have to learn how to exist in that and move through it. And right now it's moving through learning how to receive. Speaking to your comments.
Thank you.
I think that not just us as healers, but just people in general, a lot of people, the givers, have a really hard time receiving. And I find myself telling people all the time to accept. That's just as for finding someone trying to give you gas money for you driving around, even if you don't need it, you really, I just encourage to take it back, take it. And people have a hard time doing that. So it's definitely a good lesson. Yeah.
Yes. Also remember, you get back what you give. So if you're receiving,
But you're giving, yeah.
That's good. Well said. Thank you. Anybody else? We have a couple more minutes. Just share anything, not just about today's meditation, but I do want to comment. I appreciate, Liz, you sharing about the sacral chakra, because that kind of surprised me as well. As I was going through the feeling of the resistance, I was feeling in my throat chakra, and even in my root chakras, there was something that was really preventing me from feeling fully that gratitude. And then I kept having this almost not a dialogue, but almost a awareness of my ego, because oftentimes when we receive gratitude, I'll speak for myself. When I receive gratitude, I can feel that pride, and I was taught as a young age not to feel pride. It's not something we should feel. As I was raised very Christian, and pride was a bad thing. So it's like, well, what do you feel if you can't feel pride that you've done well by somebody? What is it? What else is there? And so just really recognizing that ebb and flow. I appreciate you walking through this with me. It was, I don't know if I mentioned it this way to Melvin when we first got on. It was improv today. I just knew that I had to address gratitude, and I'm receiving a lot of gifts from my relatives right now by receiving me into their home, and just a lot of, and I'm really having a hard time not wanting to just, well, let me do this for you, let me pay for, whatever, and just I needed it for myself as well. So thank you for helping me hold space for all of it.
Well, I think I just, as I'm thinking that there will be definitely a shift in energy if, because, you have to see where that's coming from, where it's hard for you to receive. And maybe, kind of get me, in touch with that. Like, where does it come from? This is the season of, giving and receiving. And so this is probably a good time, to open that, to, the energy of that.
Yeah. I think it's also that I'm learning more about breath work lately, just in addition to practicing Reiki and everything, and trying to remember in the moment when I feel this resistance and I, have a hard time knowing what to say to the other person or whatever, is allowing my learning to breathe. Yeah, that's one thing to say. Let it go. Anything else, just go away, or whatever. but really breathing into that moment. It takes practice. All of this takes practice. So.
You know, a good thing would be like I don't know, a sign, or putting it on paper, like to say just thank you. Maybe waking up with just seeing the words thank you,
Yeah, I like that idea. Thank you.
or I deserve, or something like that.
Actually, yeah, there's a layer of feeling worthy of that receiving that I think plays into this, at least for me.
Yeah, you deserve. You deserve.
We all do, yeah. See?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Sure. I had an exercise that was shared with me from one of my teachers that was really interesting, that when you have a stuck emotion or a blockage of associating with that feeling, whether it's this, whatever that emotion is around pride or resistance, breathing into that chakra where there is the resistance with that, and then sort of transmuting it by breathing out through your heart with gratitude. So in this instance, to say whatever the resistance feeling is, whether it's your throat or your sacral, breathing in, associating it, bringing it up to your heart, and then exhaling with that feeling of abundance or gratitude or love. And that might be something you want to try. And it's sort of usually equal measure of, 7 breaths in, pause, 7 breaths out.
Right. No, I like that. Thank you for sharing that. I can see that being something that would be easy to do in that moment, feeling that resistance. I mean, the first thing is for us to get familiar with feeling it, recognizing where it is, but I really like that idea. Thank you for sharing that, Liz.
Char, I just wanted to say thank you. I feel like your voice allowed me to go to a place, like a really deep place. Like I was way out there today in the angelic realm, and getting communication from my higher self. And it was all it felt very supportive and useful. So I really appreciate your facilitation, and thanks for your message.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you. We're coming up on the hour. We're at the hour. So I'll go ahead, and unless there's anybody else who wants to share anything about their experience, we'll go ahead and end for this week.
I'm grateful for our end of the session conversation.
Me too. I get a lot from this. I appreciate all of you, and yeah.
For peace and ongoing continuous blessings to all.
Thank you. I receive.
Me too. All right, all. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everyone. Take care.
You